Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Steven. As we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts, and you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not guarding.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the one. Conley kicks to Gobert. Towns against Grant. Over in the corner, Conley. Towns sets the pick for Conley. Has to Gobert. 5 to shoot. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. To the inside. Gobert with the block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Conley gets the bucket.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And that one's good, Lillard.
And there's that competitive spirit from Dame, marching right back and answering the call.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown, stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Grant. Inside, Nurkic lays it up and banks it in. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he's in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Thibault, the pass to Simons. Portland moving the ball. Fires from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Now the pass to McDaniels. Simons with the ball. Conley picks him up. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Lillard outside. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 6.
I mean, a lights-out perimeter shooter. Lillard isn't bashful at looking to fire from downtown.
And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simons, the big name from that group. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they have shown that they can be valuable players. Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Takes it inside. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Gotta do more than that to stop Lillard. Superb job brushing off the physical defense.
And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down. And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Lillard looking around. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Picked his pocket. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Second personal foul.
Lillard no good on the free throw.
He's known for being clutch. When games are tight, Damian Lillard leans into the spotlight and knows how to deliver.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Passes it to Thibault. Simon's on the wing. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 11 points.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
On the court for Minnesota, Reed is out there with Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Austin Rivers.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Timberwolves ball.
Rivers finds Reed. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Sharp, and there's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. Sharp's got 4 points this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Prince's shot is good.
Don't sleep on Taurean Prince. He will challenge you off the bounce now. Does a good job of navigating his way through the defense.
Here's Eubanks. Pass to Sharp. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And after several playoff runs, the Portland Trailblazers, Smitty, decided to shake things up.
The decision to deal key role players shows they wanted a change in direction. they felt like their team needed some changes. But it looks like they still are aiming to remain competitive.
And Prince comes to help, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Watford. Just 4 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So it's Portland now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Over to the left wing. Grant gets a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Grant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Reed kicks to Prince. Rivers in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Thibault. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Left side, Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
Driving in. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Prince outside. Rivers in the corner. Beyond the arc. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Not a pure shooter in the classic sense, but Rivers is a threat out there if you give him any room.
Lillard, the pass to Simons.
Love it, love it.
And he double clutches and throws it down.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now here's Rivers, and stolen by Thibault. And here we go. 3-pointers, Simons. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves trail.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Blazers.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Gobert with the block. Conley kicks to Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws come. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
The previous play is under review.
the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here is Conley. Kicks it to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And the shot is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
Grant sets a screen for Lillard. Shoots it up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one good for 2. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
You know, he left them frozen. The quick move by Mike Conley. Beautiful.
Kicks it out to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Towns dishes to Conley. Back to Towns. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
29. The Timberwolves 30.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Portland.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Grant with the ball. Conley picks him up. Conley against Lillard. Driving the lane, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Oh, erupting at the rim. Lillard can still climb the ladder.
Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Conley the pass to Gobert. Up top, Edwards, covered by Simons. Edwards can't hit. Portland leading by 3. How about this run crank they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And it's Simons missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage plays.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Your best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Here's Conley. The kick out to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And quite the honor last year for Damian Lillard, getting named to the NBA 75th anniversary team.
Greg, it was a well-deserved acknowledgement of his skills. He's a perennial all-star who continues to do astounding things on the floor.
Now Lillard, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. And it's Lillard missing. McDaniels kicks to Towns.
2 minutes.
Outside Edwards.
2 minutes.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards.
Right here.
A second chance effort. Towns with the nice move.
Anthony Towns.
Towns has got 10 points in the game.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Simons on the wing. Edwards defending.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Here's Towns. He feeds it to Gobert. Back to Towns. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Nurkic screen on Edwards. Simons. Gobert with the block. And here we go. Timberwolves running again. Here's Towns. The shot will not fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Thibault finds Nurkic. Lillard against Towns. Here's Thibault. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Edwards with it. Now defended by Grant. Lets it fly. Here's Towns. The second effort. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. So both teams making some changes here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
We need you to make some noise for your Blazers. Fans, let's hear from you. Make some noise.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third.
Big thanks to your
Sharp, the pass to Reddish. Here's Eubanks. Scores after the quick crossover. Eubanks got his first basket.
I like how Reddish just keeps his head up and finds the right guy to give it to.
Now here's Rivers. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Taurean Prince. Austin Rivers is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Here's Alexander Walker. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Reid kicks to Prince. He takes it in. And the pass to Alexander Walker. Down low and close. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Little. Here's Watford. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Here's Alexander Walker. Count, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. Daniels is checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Mike Conley in for Austin Rivers. Now, here's Lillard. Thibault kicks to Simons. Lillard outside. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The track star DNA for Conley on full display in the open court.
Now here's Lillard. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
No problems knocking that one down. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Plays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
With the game's momentum up for grabs, Conley values being the guy to take the crucial shot. Just a remarkable score in these situations.
Lillard, the vast and Nurkic with the shot. Lillard misses.
2 minutes.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Right side, Conley. Passes it to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
Grant finds Simon. Back to Grant. Towns with the steal. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And that was a confident shot. Love when Edwards just rises up and fires off the dribble.
Lillard from outside bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 29.
Everyone in the building knew Lillard was taking that shot. A big-time performance.
And an intentional foul right there.
Jeremy Grant. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Edwards.
And we see how seriously Grant takes defense. Uses his body so well to create problems.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Simons with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Now a timeout called by Portland. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Twelve seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Timberwolves foul. Rudy Gobert.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what time is it? It's game time. Lillard relishes going to the line in these close ones.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but the foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. Minnesota calls timeout. They're down by 4. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Here's Towns. Count it.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. And it'll be the Trailblazers off the tip. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. Kongwu at the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Well, Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with his play.
Now here's Murray. No good, a bit long that time.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Lillard outside. Going inside. Misses from short range.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Nurkic, and he lays it up and in. Nurkic has got his second basket.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Young against Lillard. Picked up by Kongwu. Young from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Lillard against Murray. Nurkic a screen on Murray. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Here's Young. It's rebounded by Grant.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Outside Murray. The outside leaner. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
You know, before they moved to Atlanta, the Hawks had a lot of playoff success. They made the NBA Finals 4 times in their first 12 years, and they won a championship ring.
Recent years haven't been as kind, but they're getting back in the mix there, and it's been a half century since they've gotten to the finals. They have some special players on this team, and the Hawks fans are really desperate to see them compete at that level again.
And so here's Portland after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Here's Lillard following the score by Atlanta.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now here's Lillard. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Again, the miss by Lillard. Grant attacks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in to foul him. Jeremy Grant came into the league as a defensive specialist, just really long and gangly, but after leaving Philly, he thrived as a role player on both the Thunder and the Denver Nuggets.
Here's a Kongwu. The kick to Hunter. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to a Kongwu. Outside Murray. And And it's Murray finishing it off.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Nurkic finds Grant. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to end this cold spell. And that one's good. Lillard's got 5 points.
That's a strong move from a slightly built guard as Lillard, aware of the defense, and he alters his shot.
Young against Lillard. Releases. To the middle. Here's Murray. Pass to Capella. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And the Trailblazers call time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got John Collins. Griffin is out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then there's Bruno Fernando. And it's Bay in at the 3, a small forward. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Watford. Outside Reddish. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, BA. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
And Bay drains the triple.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Here's Sharp, defended by Bogdanovic. Reddish against Griffin. Pass to Little. And it's blocked. They recover it. The Hawks leading. Griffin with it. Picked up by Reddish. Oh, deflected. Here's Little. He's covered by Bay. Here's Eubanks. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Sharp. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Sharp. Here's Watford. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
Bogdanovich down low, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair, and you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
And that one's good, sharp. And how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate, and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Rip City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
In transition. Griffin outside. And they'll get another chance. Collins with a screen on Reddish. The kick out to Griffin. Another shot. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Pass to Reddish. 1:05 left in the first half. And there's the call on Sadiq Bey. That's his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with a new group. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. They get it back. Outside for Grant. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Outside Young. Atlanta again missing. Portland trailing here. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line.
And you talk about a basketball family. Jeremy Grant's father was a pro. His uncle, his brothers, I mean, plenty of competition growing up.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Young against Lillard. Nifty move. And it's Portland with a rebound.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Picked up by Okongwu. There's Young with the 3. Pass to Okongwu. Young against Lillard. From outside the arc. And Young is good for 3. Young's got 7.
You know, during the draft process, lots of talk about Trae Young and Stephen Curry. I'll tell you what, there are more similarities.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2, and it's Thibault in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups.
I would say that Trae Young's pick and roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
Thibault on the wing. Pass to Nurkic. Simons outside. Here he goes.
Oh, everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming. Good job with Simons not hesitating. It just opened up for a split second, and he was ready to fire.
Hunter on the wing. Capella screen on Thibault. The kick out to Young. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 10.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Lillard up top. Give him 8. Simons passes to Nurkic. Outside for Grant. Here's Lillard. Rejected by Okongwu. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Capella. Now here's Young. He's covered by Simons. Lillard against Hunter. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's an 11-point Atlanta lead.
Good move for Hunter to get to the inside, and he just navigated the defense well.
Well, after the first-round exit in 22, the Hawks front brass admitted perhaps they've been too complacent with the roster. So that changed this summer, trading for an all-star in DeJounte Murray. He can make a big impact with his two-way talent.
Young drawing the double team. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Just do your work, try to get open, and Trey's going to find you.
Lillard against Murray. And a foul called on the way up. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Dame, 2 shots.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after.
The previous play is
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
We need you to make some noise for your Blazer dancers.
And he makes the first.
You look at the resume of one Damian Lillard, and there's just no shortage of clutch moments and amazing individual performances in big playoff games.
And with Lillard, he has to be considered among the best point guards of this generation, Brent.
Well, he said some interesting things with regards to comparisons, B.A. There's only one player at his position that he can accept being ranked behind, and that's Steph Curry. You talk about 2 guys up in the stratosphere of where point guards of today's game are playing, and Dame is sitting on that cloud 9 with Steph.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Thibault passes to Nurkic. On the wing, Simons. Shoots over Young. Releases from the wing and drills it. Simons has got his second basket of the game.
That's exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simons looking really comfortable in the set there.
Young against Lillard. Thibault on the wing. The 3 is up. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. Atlanta on the push again. Here they come.
Got to be aware of Hunter, especially when he gets up at the rim. That guy's got some size.
Lillard outside. And he's going for the oop here. And Nurkic throws it down.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
Lillard outside. Pass to Simons. Outside Thibault. Back to Simons. No one near him. Another one falls for Portland.
Most of Simon's shots are inside or outside. I don't know where the other side they could come from, but he can hit from anywhere.
It's stolen by Nurkic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Out to Lillard. Simons outside. Pass to Thibault. Tries again. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Matisse Thybulle.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Murray. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, through 3/4 of play. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. They've got Griffin. Bruno Fernando is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Bay in at small forward. Here's Sharp, defended by Bogdanovic. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
There's Bogdanovic with the three. Thybulle with the board. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Here's Eubanks. Rebounded by the Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. To the inside. Reddish against Griffin. To the left side wing. Back to Reddish. Here's Sharp. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
You know, you watch Bogey and how he can orchestrate. He's an underrated playmaker, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., the assist numbers don't jump out at you. But he has great core vision at all times. Runs the pick and roll well and is shifty in the paint.
And Bogdanovic has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop and start deal for him. But when he's feeling good, when he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
Pass to Sharp from downtown. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. And it's Thybulle missing.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Griffin against Reddish, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks.
Starts the fourth and final quarter.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Outside Young. Here's Capella. Back to Young. Pass to Okongwu. Murray against Simons. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Trailblazers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Back to Grant. The 3-ball. The rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 9 rebounds now. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. And Young gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 12.
And Young, not a stranger to nights like this where he's putting up big numbers.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard passes to Simons. Nurkic, a screen on Young. Here's Simons. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Young.
Well, we've seen Anthony Simons gradually progress over time and given opportunity with Lillard being hurt last year. And this guy is showing that he's an offensive guy and ready to explode.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Murray, a screen on Lillard. Young, the pass to Murray. Here's a Kongwu, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And Brent Simons is one of those guards you love having in your rotation.
Yep, a volume three-point shooter. And the one thing about NBA that's standing out is the ability off the bounce to get to that shot. He's very good at a young age.
Grant. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Hawks.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Trae Young.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Lillard with the ball. Now Bogdanovich defending. Thibault passes to Simons. Back to Thibault. Grant outside. Lillard outside. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
His game starts with the 3. Lillard shooting opens up the rest of everything that he can do offensively.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Young. Screen by Capella. And Young is good from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbed. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks, for Allie.
the potential, Clark, to be very exciting. Two teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. When you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. Down in the block, it's Okongwu and Capella. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Here's Gobert. Missed inside.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Shots good from Young.
A sneaky scorer in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of.
Now here is Conley. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
They grab their own miss. And Towns gets it to go.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Out left to the wing. Back to Murray. Young outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
DeJounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
And a big trade this last summer was Murray coming to the Hawks. Paid a hefty price, but Atlanta feels he and Trey make a great backcourt pair. Hard to think of a more deadly backcourt in the East.
Now here's McDaniel. Back to Towns. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Okongwu. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Now, here is Young. He has 5. And Okongwu has it in the corner. The Hawks working the ball around. Hunter, no one around him. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Conley.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
Murray kicks to Young, launches it. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Katz is generally among the best in the league.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Young. Michael Conley making his last shot. Young is double. Hunter, the pass to Capella. And the layup is good.
Capella's a capable scorer from the interior. Nice job there.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The quick look, no good that time. Pass to Murray. Capella kicks to Okongwu. It's Young on the wing. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Another three for Atlanta.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Here's Young. There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And there it is for him. Young's got 13 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Conley against Young. Capella kicks to Hunter. The dish to Okongwu. Pass to Young. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Another shot. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
You know, something else they've done really, really well, and I know the analytics don't support it, but they've made the most out of their mid-range jumper opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. You've got Saddiq Bey. Griffin out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Collins, and it's Fernando in at the 5 spot. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Griffin. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Bogdanovich against Rivers. And Bogdanovich kicks to Bey. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. The pass to Reed. Rivers looking over the floor. To the middle. Here's Prince. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Hawks. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. Here's Fernando. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That is his first foul of the game. Timberwolves trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Alexander Walker. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Alexander Walker's got his second bucket. Bogdanovich passes to Griffin. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. and the Hawks lead by 10. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Here's Collins, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Here's Alexander Walker. He has 7. The 3. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 9. Bogdanovich with it. Picked up by Rivers. Collins passes to Fernando. The Hawks have been, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
In real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Outside Collins. Griffin looking around.
Oh, my goodness. Come on now.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Now here's Anderson. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And a missed layup. The Hawks leading by 8. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound by Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
56 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Griffin. Inside, stolen by Anderson. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Conley's shot is off. Atlanta has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Young inside. Towns on him. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And that one falls for Okongwu. Timberwolves trail by 8.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Edwards dishes to Towns. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
A high percentage shooter from the field. Towns recognizes what good shot selection is.
And so we wrap up the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't forget to second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Now, here is Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 15 points.
Every game, you expect Young to have some scoring bursts. But tonight, he has been on auto drive.
Gobert against Capella. Minnesota calls timeout for Mike Conley. Year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Now, here's McDaniel. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young left side to the paint, stolen by Michael Conley. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Conley to the wing on the left. McDaniels kicks to Conley. Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
They're at the limit already. That, to me, is just lazy defense.
Here's Conley, and he uses the glass on the lane. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Outside for Murray. Young with no one around. His 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley finds Gobert. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break, the Hawks. Young with the ball. And Okongwu slams it in.
He's such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
Oh, and the jam by Towns.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Young pass to Hunter. Feeds it to Okongwu. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Edwards kicks to Towns. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game. Edwards drives in. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got 6 points.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Young dishes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Towns with the bucket.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Young outside, driving to the basket. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards. The Hawks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
Now here's Conley. He's got 8. Clock is at 3. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Edwards kicks to Towns. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The Hawks leading by 9. Young is double. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Hits the front of the rim and out. Moore passes to Edwards. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The deep 3 from Murray. Go! Out at the buzzer! And so it's Atlanta up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Bogdanovich. Sadiq Bey is out there with Collins. And it's Griffin. And it's Fernando in at the center. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Fires the 3. The shot that time not on target. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And finished off by Griffin.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Here's Rivers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Yes, that goes in. And the Hawks lead by 18.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Okongwu with the screen from Murray. Good on the three-point shot.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Towns, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Out to Edwards. To the wing right side. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds now in the game. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
for me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Murray. The kick out to Young. From outside the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Oh, and here comes Conley. All alone. And it's good for 2. And 12 points for Mike Conley.
And how about the speed of Mike Conley there in transition? He explodes up the court to ensure they convert on that fast break.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Conley against Young to the inside. Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
The kick out to Young. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Young's got 20.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Towns wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for Atlanta.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And a big play there to mute the crowd.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
The kick out to Towns. And the three ball is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Towns. Puts it up. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
In the corner, Murray with it. Launches a three. Another three for Atlanta.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Passes it to Young. Banked in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 21.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Wide open look here for Murray. The basket good off the assist from Young.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean,
thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
confident than when they arrived earlier. So the Timberwolves win the tip. All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2, and it's Thibault in at small forward.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Shot's good by Towns.
It's not just the three-point shooting, it's the range three-point shooting. Towns will fire from anywhere.
Lillard can't get it to go.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. McDaniels against Lillard. Pass to Graham. Out to Lillard. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Grant, left side. Wide open look.
You can see with the contest right there that defensively Towns arrived in the NBA prepared to make an impact.
Edwards, the pass to Towns, and the layup falls. Towns has got 9 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
He's not going to be shy about using the three-point shot. Lillard has to be effective beyond the arc to keep the D honest.
Inside, McDaniels.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. For 3, here's Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
The range Dame possesses is exceptional. That's what it takes to be logo Lillard.
Thibault finds Nurkic. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy doesn't need to get off his feet that much to get above the rim. Rudy Gobert making his presence felt. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
The Timberwolves have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. Outside Conley. Back to Gobert. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to... make it a 3-point play. Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
There's 1:34 left in the first quarter of the game. Takes a step back. There's a screen by Nurkic. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Edwards. Oh, got a piece of it. Grant with a steal. Simons with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Simons passes to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. You have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression. In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 6. Thibault passes to Nurkic. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Double team on Towns. Oh, stolen by Lillard. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And he buries the open 3 to cap the break. Lillard's got 9.
Moving off the ball, Lillard spotting up, knocking it down.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Right side Conley. Towns up top. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Gobert. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's been all about Carl. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, right away, we've seen them finding points with solid post play. I mean, they're playing aggressively and fighting for it down there.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. We've got Nasir Little. Cam Reddish is out there with Sharp. Then it's Drew Eubanks. And it's Watford in at the power forward position. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And that one's good. Sharp. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
A great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
Minnesota in the lead. To the middle. Back to Alexander Walker. Left side Anderson. 6 to shoot. Back to Alexander Walker. On the break. Sharp, no good. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reed worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Sharp. And the layup is good off the glass. Sharp's got 4 points this quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Reed. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Down low. Here's Eubanks. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Trailblazers. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success, They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
Here's Little, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Watford. Clock at 6.
Now, defensively, the way Taurean Prince works and gets after it, he knows he's going to get opportunities, and he has responded.
Here's Sharp, second chance shot, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Anderson.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
A minute 39 left in the first half of this one. Here's Alexander Walker, Reddish covering. Here's Alexander Walker, back to Reed. It's tipped. Outside Reddish. 1:10 left in the second period. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Watford. Back to Eubanks. Prince grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
To the inside.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And great job to establish position and square up.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the half. On the wing, Rivers. He takes it in. Pass to Reed. Back to Rivers. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. Here's Little. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Eubanks. Yes, it's good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the buzzer beater. Thanks very much, Allie.
26. The Trailblazers. 22.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Got it. Towns has got 13 now.
Boy, the well-rounded offensive arsenal allows Cat to deliver consistently on the offensive end. And boy, he is in rhythm right now.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Count that bucket. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
This is what you get when you combine size and touch. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, that's good.
Conley against Lillard. Now here's Towns. Defense is right there. Back to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Portland has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often. Man, the defender really went after him.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Hits the trifecta. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And once Lillard kicks it up a notch, watch out. Flat out taking over now.
Here's Edwards. Shoots over Thibault, so it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he makes the first.
But one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Now here's Grant. Nurkic finds Simons. Lillard outside. Three-pointer on target from range. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
The offensive rebound. And that one good. Gobert's got 9.
Well, putting all of that 7-foot frame to use, Rudy Gobert has been one of the consistent offensive rebounders in the league.
Lillard against McDaniels. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Portland leading and stolen by Gobert.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Towns a screen on Simons. And here's Edwards outside. Second chance effort. And it's laid in by Towns. 17 points in the game. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Now here's Lillard. 25 points in the game. Thibault with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lillard. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Portland calls timeout.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Prince. Back to Alexander Walker. With 1 on the clock. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Cam Reddish is out there with Sharp. Then it's Nasir Little. Then it's Drew Eubanks. And it's Watford in at the 4 spot. Now a timeout called by Minnesota. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He was pumping them up, trying to rally them, saying, quote, "This game is ours. Don't back off now. Force mistakes with our defense. Work quickly at the offensive end and just keep attacking. Looking for a late burst, guys."
Thank you for that, Allie.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And there's the call on Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Towns down low. Nurkic is there.
Just a capable defender. For Nurkic, it's about being in position and using his length to contest shots.
For 3, here's Lillard. That shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Now here's Towns. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Towns has got 9 points here in the second half.
A whole lot of everything from Karl Anthony Towns, the big who can stretch you from distance.
Here's Lillard. Oh, and Towns with the block. Outside McDaniels. Here's Conley. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number.
Now here's Lillard. Grant with a screen on McDaniels. Lillard outside. Grant the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard can't get that one to fall. And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the track and field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Grant with a screen on McDaniels. Lillard, the open look, and right through it goes! Lillard's got 27 points.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And the slam was so good, but the dribble move he made to get there was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely, what a slick play. Here's Thibault. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw is good. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Grant with a screen on McDaniels. Outside Thibault. Conley comes with a double team. Thibault passes to Nurkic. Back to Thibault. Tipped. Here's Simons. And that one hits the back iron.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Towns. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth. Gobert with a screen on Grant. Here's Towns. He can't hit that time. Nurkic with some nice D. Now the Blazers on the move. Lillard left side. Simons right side from behind the arc. Edwards pulls it in.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Conley passes to Towns. Launches it. Yes. Great play by Conley to set it up. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Simons. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Towns with the ball. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic, the pivot, with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
Shots good from Young.
Another area where Young excels, using the dribble to create space for his shot.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Hunter with it, defended by Thibault. Hunter dishes to Capella to the left side wing. And there's the pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. 2 points. That one goes.
You have to admire Young's determination and toughness. He's not just a perimeter threat.
Murray against Lillard. And it's Thibault in the corner. Grant outside. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Atlanta. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Now, here is Young. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
To end the run, and Lillard throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Here's Thibault following the basket by Trae Young. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Simons with the ball, guarded by Hunter. Thibault for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Young. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Guys, no question. Trae Young is one of the most exciting players right now in the entire league.
Kevin, everything is within range for him. A great passer and shooter in his own right. Young can take over a game any given night.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and Capella sends it back.
Nice discipline defensively for Capella. Does a great job of contesting shots without fouling.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Grant for 3. That one doesn't go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Capella with a screen on Lillard. Here's Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 12.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Grant. Here's Nurkic, and finish off by Nurkic.
Nurkic is all about physicality on the glass and making his presence felt.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Capella hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
It's a joy to watch how active Capella is on offense, fighting for the boards and saving that play.
Such a wide open look. 7 points in the game.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
Young looking it over. In the corner, it's Capella, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
From the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard. The Hawks leading by 8. And it's Murray, that time on the assist from Capella.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Hawks lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the floor for Portland, at lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the 3.
Well, the Hawks have their centerpiece. Trae Young is that guy for them. But now they have to figure out how to surround him.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Now here's Little. Defense is right there. Passes to Watford.
Woo, staying active on defense. Sadiq Bey making his presence felt.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And too long on the shot. And for the Hawks, Smitty, their roster construction is something they are tinkering with right now.
They're not in a bad spot. It's actually a good spot to be in as a franchise. They know the makeup and direction of the team, Kevin. It's a matter of finding the right formula.
Clock at 6. Little passes to Watford. Little kicks to Reddish. Tries again. Fernando pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bey passes to Collins. Bey wide open, and he fires. That one's good from the corner. Bey's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
A nice shot by Griffin.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Watford passes to Eubanks. Watford, that's good.
That's good planning and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Down low, shot, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on A.J. Griffin.
Really at the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
You know, Smitty, last year, the Hawks' top 4 leading scorers were all 24 or younger. That is amazing.
It is, Kevin, and at the top of that list is Trae Young. He's a player Atlanta can build around. It's a matter of finding the pieces to put around Young to complement his game. Sadiq Bey embraces playing up-tempo basketball, catching the rock and taking his shots.
Sharp the pass to Little. Drives to the hoop. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Collins. Fernando, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
Sharp, the pass to Little. And it's blocked. Leaps for it, and they get it back. Second shot opportunity. A shot by Reddish, no good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Griffin finds Bey. Count it, good. Bey's got 7 points in the game.
Fantastic work inside from Bey, showing how effective he can be from this area.
Reddish the pass to Little. No good on the three. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. 55 seconds left in the first half. Murray kicks to Young. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You see it right there. One of Murray's biggest advantage is his lift off the floor.
Grant sets a screen for Lillard. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Nurkic a screen on Murray. And it's Lillard missing.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Young dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
An assertive slam by Clint Capella, showing the defense what he can do.
Lillard with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided. Okay, David, much appreciated.
42, the Trailblazers. 25.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. Down in the block, it's Okongwu and Capella. And it's Hunter in at the three spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
And there's that competitive spirit from Dame, marching right back and answering the call. You look back at how the Blazers have drafted. They get a lot of value no matter where they pick. Great job of identifying and growing talent.
Simons kicks to Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
Capable of getting it done from anywhere. Lillard is adept at getting to his spots and finding his rhythm.
Young with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Wide open look here for Murray. Goes back up. Here's Okongwu. Here's Hunter on the mark with the 15-footer. 5 points in the game.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again, teams giving up big leads.
2 big marks there, you're right. And the last 2 lottery picks for Portland before the latest draft, Lillard and McCollum.
And Kevin, McCollum has since moved on, but they have knocked it out of the park in the last decade. Great job of maximizing draft assets.
Young, and that one is good. Young's got 19 points.
The way Trae Young steps up on offense is terrific. He works hard to deliver for his team.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Young pass to Okongwu. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard outside. Takes the 3. Again the miss by Lillard.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nurkic with the steal. Grant with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Lillard against Young. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Thibault kicks to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And again, it's Portland converting.
That signature Lillard jump shot. Man, he's cold.
Young with no one around. Drills the 3-pointer. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
Lillard with the bucket.
One of the signature moves of Dame. That deadly pull-up. No chance for the defender.
Young inside. Covered by Lillard. Murray, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Here's Young, and the layup falls. Young's got 10 points in just the second half. Trailblazers trail by 17. Grant sets a screen for Lillard. No good on the triple. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Such an incredible score. Young's playmaking may be on the same level.
That's a 2 from Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 24 points. Atlanta leading by 17. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Young with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and it's Murray with the jam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
The open shot, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Pass to Capella. Kicks to Hunter. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. Hunter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A legit threat from outside. Hunter is very confident taking these shots.
And it's Lillard again missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Hunter for 3. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the 3. Bogdanovich with it. Lillard picks him up. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Griffin. Bogdanovich has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Hawks. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Atlanta with the rebound.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
You know what we call this play? A dumb play all the way around, especially at this particular time.
Outside Collins. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
That's the guy you want to set up. Collins has brought in his arsenal. That time, getting it done with the catch and shoot.
Lillard attacking. Grant gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Going inside, and then Griffin with the dunk.
The poise of Bogdanovich allows him to play the role of facilitator. He's very cagey with the ball in his hands.
3 points.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Shot from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Simons has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. The Hawks leading by 22. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Bay. 3-pointer. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Simons with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow.
Not just a scorer, Bogdanovich shows excellent feel as a playmaker. That was a nice find.
And it's Lillard missing. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. The pass to Fernando. Fires for 3. The rebound by Simons. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The dish to Nurkic. Passes it to Thibault. Griffin with the steal. With the drive. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Whether wide open or with a man right up in his face, Bogdanovich shows nice touch with the 3-ball.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor. And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term. A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Sharp, the pass to Watford. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Capella. Atlanta again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Eubanks the pass to Reddish. Over Murray. The shot by Reddish, no good. So it's Atlanta now. And Young kicks to Hunter. In the corner, Murray with it. Connects from three-point range.
Working off ball, something Murray continues to develop. That's a nice play.
Eubanks, it's off. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they...
They kick it out to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Edwards. Towns with the ball. And Capella picks him up defensively. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And about a minute gone in the first quarter.
This Hawks offense can be explosive when they're hitting. They can hurt you from inside and out. They move the ball well and they run well as a team.
Murray from outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
The scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up just as important.
Conley finds Towns. Back to Conley. Back to Towns. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Hunter. And they're pushing it up. Here's Young. Pass to Capella. It's blocked by Gobert. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Capella. And for the Hawks and their offense, they put up points and take care of the ball, Brent.
That's a pretty good recipe, B.A. This is a young team, but taking care of the ball and valuing possessions, that's hard to get through to young players. They've done a great job of that. So is their coaching staff. So this offense could be in a great situation for years to come.
Young from long range. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Trae Young has been inspired by the generation before him. Deep threes, that's his thing.
The kick out to Edwards. Towns passes to Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
But the defender had more size than him, but did not have more fight.
Young drawing the double team. Back to Murray. McDaniels with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
To the paint. Here's Towns. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Fires at the elbow. And again, it's Atlanta.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Here's Young. 1:44 left to play in the first.
And the DeJounte Murray trade sort of came out of left field. Seemed mutual as the Spurs went to a younger direction and wanted Murray to play for a contender. A trade where everyone involved gets what they want.
Murray passes to Hunter. 5 to shoot. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist from Okongwu.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Okongwu. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Young against Conley. The kick to Hunter. Beyond the arc. And the Hawks with another 3.
Well, the footwork for Hunter there was really solid. Able to catch and shoot.
Conley finds Towns. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Here's Okongwu. The kick to Hunter. Pass to Young. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup. Young's got 5 points.
And what makes Young an all-star caliber player? Well, he can beat you with the jumper and the bounce.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And that one falls for Towns. And so Towns nails them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here's a Kongwu. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And of course,
the previous play is under review.
But I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Hawks on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back with you shortly. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
Well, we're in the era of
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Pass to Reed. Soft touch off the glass. Reed's got his first points of the game.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Up top, Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. The 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Rivers, good.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Bogdanovich into the lane.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Oh, a good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Back to Anderson. Atlanta with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Bogdanovich, that's good.
When Bogdanovich drives, it's for a reason. He's made a good decision to knife inside.
Here's Alexander Walker. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Basket's good. Bogdanovich has got 9.
Now, Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, it looked like he was hungry to get 2.
The Hawks leading. It's stolen. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Bogdanovich, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Bogdanovich has got 11 points in the quarter. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's off on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. From deep. No good. His first miss. He's 5 for 6 now. The Timberwolves trail. Kicks it out to Anderson. The 3 is up. Fernando grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Collins for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Collins has got his first 3 points of the game.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that 3-point range. After being drafted 19th overall in the 2017 draft, John Collins continuing to exceed expectations which has contributed to what he does in terms of his workload.
Bogdanovich passes to Collins, and the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Alexander Walker. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Right side, Bogdanovich. Here's Collins. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Reed. Fast break, Minnesota. Prince with the bucket.
Prince does a nice job there leaking out in transition, and when he gets that kind of room, it gets dangerous.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Knocked loose. Bogdanovich finds Collins. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. 20 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Turnaround Jay. Good. Bogdanovich has got 13.
Well, Bogdanovich is a shooter, and he's got good feel from the mid-range.
For 3, Conley. Griffin pulls down the board. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Off the inbound, no good. And a deep 3 from Young. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
The Timberwolves, 22.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, Bogdanovich really making a difference here.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Kongwu with the bucket.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
Shot on the wing. That one drops for him. Conley's got his first 2 points. Atlanta's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. And a deep 3 from Young. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. McDaniels passes to Conley. And they recover it. Pass to Towns. Towns double team. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. High post Young. 5 points in the game. Can't hit from in close. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Edwards with it, and it's Young picking him up. The kick out to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Connects from downtown. Edwards has got 7 points.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Picked up by Kongwu. There's Young with the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
The defense tries to stop Conley with the foul, but he shows great poise and manages to get it off.
So he gets them both.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team, and Young has made a huge difference in their production.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Okongwu. With the crossover. And the layup is up and in. And it's a 12-point Hawks lead. So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, B.A., there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. But the question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference.
Murray's shot is good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Towns down low. Okongwu on it. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And that one falls for Towns. And the Hawks going from the Eastern Conference Finals to the 8th seed via play-in. A bit of a step backwards last year.
Yeah. You know, growing as a young team has its ups and downs. Hawks know they can be better than the 8th seed. They now have an expectation of a playoff caliber ball club.
And Young gets it to go.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Outside Conley. Here's Towns. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. He hits the second from the line. Now here's Bogdanovic. He's got 13. To the inside, Fernando. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 13.
A former #1 pick. Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
The kick out to Griffin. Collins a screen. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Reed finds Towns. With 4 on the clock. And it's powered home by Towns.
And just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks ahead. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Timberwolves shooting at about 44% so far. We've got John Collins. Griffin is out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then there's Bruno Fernando. And it's Bey in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Pass to Fernando. Driving in. And he converts the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. So it's Atlanta now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. And here's Griffin outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And that's a nice pass from Bay, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Here's Reed. Right side Anderson. The three. A slam dunk by Reed.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
There's the triple. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. From deep three-point range, Prince grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And another three for Minnesota.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Pass to Fernando. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. There's Young with the three. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Gobert inside, guarded by Capella. Pass to Towns. Double team on Towns. Rejected by Okongwu. And here's Young. From deep. Drains the triple. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Bogdanovich has checked in for Hunter. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. And Atlanta has possession. 22 was their biggest lead. Young. Here's Murray. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 5 assists in the game.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Young from long range, and the Hawks with another 3.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hawks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Trae Young.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Pass to Towns. Now here's Gobert. Left side Conley. Edwards with it. Now Bogdanovich defending. Now Towns. To stop the run. There's the drive. And he sinks the layup.
Fantastic use off the bounce by Towns, getting all the way to the rim.
And a deep 3 from Young. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Pass to Okongwu. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And stolen by Edwards. On the break. And Edwards slams it in.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Conley. And he makes it on the layup.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Young way outside. No good. So we see the Hawks taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team.